Namaste. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining practice. As always, please practice according to your conditions and your abilities. Respect your limitations and think of the practice as an offering. What you're putting out there is to an extent affecting everybody. So you want to try to deliver the best experience possible. So on that note, let's begin. Sit tall and straight and supreme in acknowledgement of the divine spark that is within. Close the eyes. We'll begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you're everywhere. At the moment of creation, God became part of all living beings everywhere. This divine spark is equally present in all beings. Attune your mind to the supreme divine consciousness that is within us and all around us. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice to our senses. May we always have a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even better than meditation, even more powerful and even more significant, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine obligation to all beings everywhere. Do it because it must be done. So now let's do the main breathing to begin, alternate nostril breathing. I do the pranayama. I like to do it at the beginning just to ensure that it gets done. It's an important part of the practice. It's a gateway to the higher realms of the practice. So for this technique, we'll do it Shivananda style. So it's easy in the sense that there is no set rhythm. You breathe in to fill the lungs, you hold the breath as long as you can comfortably, and when you exhale, you just drag it out a little bit, but you breathe it out in a way that is controlled, so it shouldn't be like a big explosion out of the body. So be mindful of how long you hold the breath. Don't go to the point where it does become a big effort to exhale. Okay, so left hand in Jnana Mudra on the Mudra consciousness on the left knee. Right hand, second, third fingers fold down towards the palm. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, no longer Vishnu Mudra. It is a mudra that we use for the alternate nostril breathing. Thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Only use these 2 fingers of the right hand. So this calms the mind, brings into state that prepares it for meditation. Free of restlessness, free of cravings. Cravings ultimately lead to attachments, or could lead to attachments that ultimately will lead to suffering and pain. So let's begin. Sit up tall and straight. Empty out the lungs. Begin on the next exhale. Close off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Fill up the lungs. Raise the chest. Hold the breath. Now plug both sides of the nose with a ring finger on the left nostril. Chin on the chest. Contract the buttocks. Push the belly button into the front of the spine. All the attention at the space between the eyebrows. To seal off the lock, bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. Keep holding if you can. So we'll exhale through the right side. Imagine we held the breath as long as we could. We're just learning technique and stay in a collective consciousness. Now, when the lungs are empty, fill up again. Inflate the lungs, raise the chest. Hold the breath again. Tip the head down. All the attention at the center of the forebrow, the seated location, seat of the mind located there. The seat of divine perception. Exhale through the left, slowly. Empty out the lungs, release the locks in the throat and the root. Inhale again. Hold the breath. We bring the chest up very high so that when we bring the chin down on it, we don't hunch the back. Keep the back as straight as possible to allow the prana to rise easily, unobstructed. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Fill up the lungs. Hold the breath. Throat lock, root lock. Jalandhara bandha, mula bandha. When you're doing it at home, again, you can hold the breath as long as you can comfortably. This is just to learn the technique so that you have that powerful tool at your access. Exhale, left, slowly, with control. Inhale. Hold the breath. We'll just do a few cycles here. At home, aim for about 12 cycles at least at any given sitting. Then you really start to feel the benefits of a prana-filled body. Exhale to the right. Inhale again. Hold, everything stops, all the attention to space, teeny eyebrows. It's as though nothing else exists. All activity, the body, the mind, and emotions as though they were frozen. Exhale slowly through the left. One more round. Inhale. Hold the breath. Try and keep your attention always at the seat of divine perception located in the center of the forebrow. Concentrate. Control the mind, or the mind will control you. And through the control of the mind, we can have control, better control over our behavior. Exhale through the right. Inhale to the right. Fill up the lungs, raise the chest. Hold the breath. And the behavior, the controlled behavior is important because, as always, we are trying to act in a way that doesn't take away the comfort or the happiness of any being. Be mindful in all your interactions. Let's exhale through the left now. Bring the right hand down, in Jnana Mudra on the right knee. Take a moment to be the witness and observe the state of the mind, the body, and the emotions. Have no expectations of what you should or should not observe. Have no attachment to the results. And through this practice, we eventually may lose identification with the body, the mind, and emotions, none of which are representative of our true self. The true self is infinite, eternal, immutable, stainless. It is the nature of God, in fact. And again, always present in all beings. And now through the asana practice, we'll honor and revere all the beautiful ways that God is present here with us in this universe, through all the different beings, through all the different forms. So revere and love each and every one. So now, let's get ready to practice. Before we do though, let's establish a deeper connection with the divine within. Bring your arms up, the palms slightly turned up. Spiritual breathing from the fingertips, inhale down the best of the breath through the arms right into spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4. It's located in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. 7, 8. Holding in the spiritual heart, hold the breath and the attention there to attract everything that you brought in there. Exhale out through the arms. It's just a breath that leaves. Everything that you pulled in stays within. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale down. Everything you need through the arms into the spiritual heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, holding it in the spiritual heart as an offering to God who resides there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale down. The best through the arms right into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold all of it in the heart. The spiritual heart, the residing place of God, is always present there. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. And continue in this state of reverence throughout the practice. So now let's come to standing. Let's do some warm-ups, prepare the body for the practice. This helps to warm up the joints. And so when the joints are loose, the body moves a little bit more easily. Keeps the body in a state of radiant health. So first we'll start off by removing impurities from the organs. So through the warm-ups, we also generate heat that helps to promote the release of impurities. So in this one, we're taking a deep breath in, and then we're going to bend down, empty out completely the air from the lungs, and as you're holding the breath out, pump the belly in and out very, very fast. And feel all the organs being shaken. Imagine all the impurities tumbling out. At the end of it, you push the belly button in front of the spine. You push the heart right between the shoulder blades, or you imagine you're doing that, and then you keep holding the breath out, and then you come back up. Okay, so if you can't do as long as I can do it, as I'm cueing it, then you can do the breath, that hold at the end of it. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down. Hands on the knees, hollow out. Now relax the belly muscles and start to pump them in and out. Keep holding the breath out as you push your belly button in front of the spine, the heart between the shoulder blades. And come back up. Inhale. Exhale, relax. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down again. Hands on the knees, empty out the lungs, relax the belly muscles again. Feel as though all the impurities are being shaken out of the organs. Feel everything being jostled up inside. Push everything up and in again. Hollow out the area underneath the rib baskets so everything were sucked out by a vacuum. And then coming back up, slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly. So now let's continue with some more exercises to warm up the joints. Hands on hips, circle the head. Try to get your ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. And go in the opposite direction now. Feels as though the head is very heavy. You can't even stay on the tip of the neck. It just rolls all the way around it. And now, arms up, inhale, exhale down. The breath should be full and energized as well. Inhale straight up, spread the fingers. Exhale, pull your hands down. Form fists as the hands are coming down. Now in front, exhale, snap them back to the shoulders. Now both arms circle backwards. And go forward. Next one, arms across the chest. Inhale, exhale, throw them back. Each time your arms come across the chest, alternate the cross. Left arm over the right, then right arm over the left. Next one, arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, just toss the body down. Allow the belly to hit the thighs. Just stay down for a moment to allow the body to stop bouncing and shaking. And then keep the head heavy as you roll your way back up. Next one, let's see, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so raise your arms up on the inhale, exhale, come down into a squat. If you can't come down all the way, just go down as far as your knees allow you to. Be mindful, of course, of your limitations. Come back up. Elbows out to the side of the height of the shoulders like a cactus, twisting from side to side. You can do Kapalabhati as you do that. So as you finish the twist on each side, that's when your exhale happens, your inhale happens in the middle. When you return to the center. Try to see all the way around you. Turn the head completely. And back to the front. Next one, again, there's a squat in this. There's also a jump, but if you can't jump, you can just lift your heels. So it looks like this. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale spring up, exhale down. Pretend you're Jack in a box. Enthusiastic like a child, and you'll remain joyful and enthusiastic. Next one, arms out in front of the body, the wrists height to the shoulders. Circle around to the back, in the backward sense, arrive again in line with your shoulders. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. The arms feel like they're spring-loaded. Next one, arms start at the sides of the body. Inhale, circle around to the front, so it's a full circle and a quarter. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down immediately. And then release. Open up the feet now, going from side to side. Toes can point out a little bit. Left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Keep going. And come back to the center. The next exercise is the same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale. You can spin on the left foot a little bit, pivot so that the toes are pointing the same line as the rest of your leg. Hold the breath here. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, come up. As you hold the breath, you go a little bit deeper into this bend. And then release on the exhale. Keep going. Come up. Other side. Stretch the whole front of the body, the whole right side of the body. And try not to make too many wrinkles in the waist and the underside. Lose yourself in the sensations. Remember, all beings are experiencing this through you. So don't go to a place of pain, suffering, and anxiety. This is not how you want to affect others. That you try to extend that beyond the mat. Everything you do, say, and feel, do in a way that affects people in a positive way. And all beings. As Dharmaji says, we want to try to spend most of our time making others happy. All beings, not just humans. So be kind to the animals as well. Be grateful for the trees and plants, all beings. Imagine you had weights attached to all the fingertips to allow you to sink deeper into the stretch. This is a nice one to do in the morning when the body's a little bit stiff and come back up. Good. Now, come down onto the hands and knees. Cat-cow. Most of you probably know this one. On the inhale, arch the back, stretch the belly skin, exhale, round the back, stretch the back skin, inhale, exhale. Try not to jam up the lower back or the back of the neck on the inhale. Telescope your chest forward, the neck out of the shoulders, exhale. Breathe your chin in towards the chest, but still allow the breath to pass. Inhale, exhale. So imagine you're still trying to keep a space between your chin and your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful movements, but graceful at the same time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push the shoulders back. Keep the chest open. Exhale. Imagine your heartbeat going right between your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Feel as though you're trying to push the belly button right through the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral spine. Next one is for the hips. Right leg up on the inhale, and then swing it out to the right, and then throw it back up there. So as you throw the leg out to the right, that's when you exhale. Modified movement as you need to. You can keep your knees bent. You can move slower as well. Now the other leg. Left leg up, inhale, and swing it out to your left. and then release. So I do typically quite a few warm-ups, especially in the morning when the body's a little bit colder, and as you age, it's a little bit harder to move sometimes, so take your time to warm up. So now onto the bellies, work the upper back muscles. You can lie on the, you can bring a cushion underneath your body with the edge of the cushion at the top of the legs. If you can, squeeze your hands together, squeeze the palms together. If not, just keep your hands apart. And now come up on the inhale, engage the legs and upper back. Exhale, back down. Up, down, up, down. Squeeze your upper back muscles. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Press the tops of the feet to the hips and the thighs. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more. Hold it this time. Up, and down. Rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. So the next one. There's a few options. You can raise the legs and arms at the same time and come back down. So inhale, you're lifting. Exhale, you're coming back down. You can also do alternate leg to alternate arm coming up, or to opposite arm. Inhale, raise the left leg, and then the right leg would come up. Exhale, back down, and then you keep on switching from side to side. Engage your buttocks again. The other one, if you have more strength, throw the both legs up at the same time, and as the body's coming back down, this will propel you, give you a little momentum so you can come up, so your upper body comes up. So you're rocking like a bow. Okay, so it looks like this. Continue with me in whatever variation. And then release. Forehead down on the hands, breathe in. And breathe out, relax. Now you come back into child's pose. So for that one, the one what we just did, try not to use your hands too much. Just press lightly so you don't stop the momentum. With constant practice, you will eventually get it. So the seat comes back on this one. Inhale, come up into high cat. Exhale, cobra. Drop your hips in your hands, chest forward, the head goes back. Back into high cat. And all the way back. Seat behind the heels. Inhale, coming up, rounding your back. Exhale, chest forward, arching, flexing the spine. Inhale, rounding again. Exhale, lengthening and flattening as you go down. Come up, inhale. Exhale, move in a way that doesn't create any discontinuities in the passage of the prana, the breath, and back. Inhale, so no kinks or no sharp bends in the lower back or the back of the neck. And forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, imagine you telescoping your trunk out of the hips, the neck out of the shoulders. When the neck stays long, the head can move back even more, right over the seat. Inhale, and exhale. Coming up gracefully, uncoiling like the serpent, and forward. Inhale, and back, exhale. Inhale. Use your imagination to visualize what's going on in the body. Imagine you can see right through your skin at the spine moving. Inhale, move in a way that doesn't, again, create any kinks in that line, in that conduit of energy. and back in breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up. Tuck the chin in, and then bring the seat back. Up and forward. No jerky movements, no sharp movements, no loud movements. Remember, it is an offering, so you try to make it as beautiful as possible. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Up and forward. Uncoil like the serpent gracefully. Back up, inhale. And back. Relax for a moment, breathe in. And breathe out again. Remove all fatigue, let go of all efforts. Next one, we're going to make our way into Cobra on the inhale and hold the Cobra. So a couple of different movements, entries. If it's easier for you, you can come into baby plank, then drop your hips down and allow the head to go back. Try not to lose your neck again. Shoulders down, hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. Alternatively, if you can, pull with your arms, drag the body between your arms. Chest forward, head goes back. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. So whichever entry is suitable to your condition and abilities. Come forward. Hold the breath, everything stops. All the attention to the center of the forebrow, the seat of divine perception. And back, exhale. Come forward. Throughout the practice, we try to keep the temperament unchanged, unbothered, unjudging. And back, exhale. Come forward. Be the eternal witness. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Chest and heart wide open in every sense. And back, exhale. Come forward. Pull the elbows towards the body, bring the fingers out a little bit. This might help you to come through with a little bit more ease and with more power. And back, exhale. Come forward. Imagine trying to pull the floor towards you. Try to get your hips between your hands, chest forward, the head all the way back. The gaze up and back. In an expression of offering yourself up, surrendering yourself completely to divine service. Come forward and up. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Surrender to the pose, you might find more ease. And back, merge with the form. So next set, same movement, but this time you can come onto your fingertips, have the hips close to the hands as possible, open up your knees, try to get your feet to your head. And back. Doesn't matter if you don't touch, just working different joints at the same time. Eventually, maybe one day, the body will obey and the feet will come right to the head. So your heads have to come right, your hips have to come right behind your hands. Make as though you're squeezing socks behind your knees. And back, tent your hands, the palms are lifted. When you push into all your fingertips, there's lots of power there. You'll be able to get a little bit more height. Your hips stay on the ground, it's not upward facing dog. If you have hips off the ground, it's not as easy for the feet to come up as high as they need to come touch your head. And back. Come forward once you get that trick. You might not even be able to have to lift the palms so much. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Come forward. Pull yourself forward. Your hips right behind your hands. Really push into your fingertips. Get a lot of height. And back. One last time. Make it your best yet. Come forward. Do it with enthusiasm. When the teacher within senses the enthusiasm of the students, they're more apt to share the tricks with them. All the knowledge. And back. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now, from here, coming onto the belly, and then flip onto your back. Tucks. Extend the arms and the legs, reach, and exhale. Come into tuck, knees to the shoulders. Inhale, reach up, and come into tuck, forehead between your knees. Inhale, lengthen, hollow up the navel, lengthen the navel, and pull in, exhale. Inhale, stretch, fingers and toes included, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Savor each part of the movement. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Breathing different this time. Hold the breath, come into the tuck. Pull the shoulders right to the knees if you can. If you need to, elbow squeeze against the outside of the knees, one hand from the other. Try to bring the forehead to your hands. Release. If your forehead doesn't touch, don't worry about it. Inhale, reach, just do your best. Now come into the tuck. Bring your attention to the center of the forehead, regardless of whether your forehead's touching your hands or not. Breathe out completely. Inhale again, extend. Hold the breath, tuck. Everything stops again. Bring attention to the center of the forebrow. Release, exhale. Inhale. Hold and tuck. Peel the shoulders up off the mat. Try to get them right to the knees, the chin between the knees. Release, exhale. Inhale. Good for the digestive system. It massages the organs with your thighs pressing into your belly. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold and tuck. And release. Inhale. Hold. Everything stops. All the attention, the space in your eyebrows. Release, and in that stillness of the body, the mind can go quiet. Hold the breath. And release. So, take a deep breath in here. Exhale, remove all fatigue. Feels like you just fainted. Now the arms can go over the head, and then if you can rock all the way back. Bring your feet all the way back behind your head in plow pose. And then bring the legs back down. Once the feet are down, if you can lift up without lifting your heels, and pull your belly down over your legs, Paschimottanasana. Come all the way back. If it's too much, you can just keep your knees bent, hold the backs of your knees, and just rock. So just move the spine a little bit, massage the spine a little bit. Try to do the movements smoothly, no jerks again. Try to keep the speed constant, even. If you're stronger, try to keep your legs and your arms straight throughout. Just do a couple more. Good. Just try to keep the mobility all throughout the years of your life. Good. And then you have an easier time. And then as you're coming down this time, plant your feet and roll your way back up. Now we're going to make our way to the front of the mat for Surya Namaskara. So make your way there. Okay, so come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart. Keep on offering up the practice. Imagine we're all together physically moving like a school of fish. So we're trying to do a little bit quicker so to continue to build heat. Raise your arms up over the head. Come down. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank, knees, chest, forehead down. Come right through into cobra, shoulders back, head back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Sink the heart, try to get your forehead to the ground. Touch if you can. Right foot forward, no matter if it doesn't. Do according to your condition. Feet together. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Don't worry too much about the breath. Move the body in a way that allows the breath to remain steady and even. Uttanasana. Left foot back, drop down to the seat. Into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Through into cobra, shoulders back, the head back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Soften the line in the back. Again, work the shoulders. Try to get your head down between your arms to the ground. Left foot forward. If that's a difficult transition, lower the right knee down. The foot doesn't make it all the way. Just use the left hand to push the foot forward. And then the feet come together. Come right up and back. Hands back to the heart. Engage the buttocks and the upper back as you go back. Go down. Right foot back. Into the plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. This time you come through. Push into your hands. Lift the hips and knees away from the ground. Upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make like a dog stretching its back. And then the right foot forward. Feet together. You have to picture your forms in your mind and try to copy them in every sense. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Come back home. Hands to the heart. Go up and back again. And come down. Merge with the forms. Surrender to the forms. Left foot back. Into high plank. Down we go. Knees, chest, forehead down. Let's swim right through between your arms. If you can, lift your hips and knees away from the ground. Charge your legs. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Feet together. Uttanasana. Pull the body against your legs. Chest on the thighs. Head down. Come right up. And hands back to the heart. Keep going. Move forward in every sense. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Right foot back. Have a strong desire to transform and evolve into something higher and greater. Knees, chest, forehead down. Right through into upward facing dog or cobra if it's too much. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot. Then left joins. So the chest is more on the knees as opposed to thighs. Just try not to bend your back. Keep your back nice and flat and straight. Come up and long. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back. And down gracefully. Left foot back. Sink down to the seat. Chest wide open. Into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskara. Into upward facing dog. Press into your hands. Charge your legs. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Feet together. Bow down as one happiness. And come right back up. Hands to the heart. Let's add on. Reach up. Transition seamlessly like we're doing a divine dance of devotion. Press your belly into your thighs. Join your hands and pull them all the way up over your head if you can. Now the right foot goes back. Back knee down. Reach up and back. Kapiyasana. Try to get your hands behind the head. Arms beside the ears. And then back into high plank. Down we go. Might not happen the first time, just keep going. The body will get more fluid, the muscles will loosen up a little bit. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg goes up and bring the foot between the hands. Shoulders forward over the fingertips so the foot doesn't land with a big heavy thump. Go up and back, arch the back, lean away from the leg. And then come forward, belly on your thighs, join your hands again if you can. Feet together, Uttanasana. So it's too much for your shoulders, keep your hands apart as always. Come up and back over the head with the arms and back home. Reach up and go down. Bend your knees, belly on your thighs, pull your hands up. Try to get your head close to your feet, your chest below the knees. And then the left foot back into Kapiyasana. And back down into high plank. Go down. Swim right through the two hands, upward facing dog or cobra. Shoulders back, keep the neck long. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up and bring the foot between the hands. Back knee down, drop down to seat. Reach up and back, stretch. Lean away from the front leg and dive forward. Glue the belly to your thighs. Feet together, Uttanasana, a gesture of humbleness. Come right up to standing. Surrender to the divine grace within, hands to the heart. Go up and back. Come forward, belly on your thighs. Push your seat all the way up. Use your body to push your legs further back and to straighten your legs. Right foot back. Back knee down. Try not to detach your body from the thighs as you're doing that one. No. Reach up and back. And then come back into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskara. Through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg up. And send the foot between hands. Again, big step forward. Remember, the practice is an offering. Make it as beautiful as possible. And then come forward and down with the head. As the feet come together, the seat comes up. Uttanasana, bow down as in humbleness. Come right back up. Hands back to the heart. And again, stretch the whole front of the body. Go down. Gracefully push your seat up. And then left foot goes back into Kapiyasana. Lean away from front leg. Try to get your arms all the way back. The heart up. And into high plank. Down we go. Through into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up. And send the foot between the hands. Down with your seat, right close to front heel. Reach up and back. Try to imagine your fingertips are going over your toes. Swing your hands behind the back. The feet come together. Uttanasana. Push your body into your thighs. If you're flexible, your legs are straight. The forehead against your shins. And come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Stretch. And then come back home. Good. So take pause here for a moment. Breathe in the best of the best into all areas of the body from all around. Bring it up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout the body. Imagine you're sending out the goodness to all beings as well. Everything is meant to be shared. Good. And now we're going to slow it down a little bit. Do the same salutation, but pause and a little bit longer in each one. So raise your arms up. Engage the buttocks. Pull the arms back, lift the chest, hips forward. And as you come down, tuck your chin in, bend your knees, land your belly on your sides. If you can, again, join your hands. You can squeeze the palms together if you like, or keep your wrists bent and your palms open. Now pulse a little bit. Try to get your chest further and further below the knees. You can wiggle a little bit. Good. And now the right foot goes back. Right knee down, drop down to the seat. From here, Kapiyasana. If you can, bring your arms up if it's all the way. If it's too much, you can either take hold of your opposite elbows, allow the head to rest in your arms, or even have your hands on your knee or your seat. If you're doing this version, imagine you're trying to take all the wrinkles out of your skin underneath your hands. Push your lower back up and in, lift the chest. If you have your hands over the head, rock your shoulders back and forth, pull your arms back, try to get the arms behind the ears. Lean away from the leg. Radiate your leg from within. Good, now come back down into the high plank. Actually, let's pause here. Bring your head to the inside of your left foot, move the left foot out to the edge of the mat, and rock back and forth. Push off the roots of your toes and the heel. And send the heel right back. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. If you can, fall onto your right forearm. And then roll back to your left so that both sides of your hips are down. So keep the knee close to the shoulder. You don't want to have this happening, nor this. Keep your knee and your heel in the same line. Your knee stays close to the shoulder. Try to get your hips to come right down. If you're not, your hips are too high off the ground still, you can just stay in your hands and keep pushing your hips down. Sink them as though they were made of lead. Once the hips are down, eventually maybe the rest of the body will follow. The pelvis, the belly, and the chest. If you're flexible, come right down onto your chest. Fix your gaze like a lizard. Be still. Merge with the form. Every chance you get, move, come into stillness, allow the mind to come into quietness. Good, now from here, come up off your hands, come back, I should do this way, come back into high plank, and from here, knees, chest, forehead down, come right through into upward facing dog. Stay for a moment, bend the toes under, hips between your hands, and now work the spine. If you go back a few times, try to get your nose up, look like a dog, howling at the moon. Telescope your trunk out of your hips. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana now. Lift your seats. Again, pulse. Try to get your belly towards your thighs, your chest towards the ground. Again, if you're flexible, maybe your forehead will come down. If you can, also try to get your heels come down. You can pedal it out if you like as well. Look like a dog stretching its back. And bow the low to the dog to its master. Now from here, lift your head, raise your right leg up. Lift the left heel as well. And those you're flexible, see if you can get your forehead to the ground. And then see if you can drop your left heel back down towards the ground. If you can, you can come on, if you want, you can come onto your left forearm to make it easier for the head to come down. Now lift the head, bring the foot between the hands. Back knee down, drop down to the seat. Again, your variation or modification of Kapyasana. Pull the shoulders back, push the heart forward and up. Offer up the pose. Be like a shapeshifter moving between the forms effortlessly, fluidly, and silently. Now coming forward, belly on your thighs. Bend your wrists so that when your hands come down, they don't touch the ground. Maybe interlace your fingers. Hold the breath. Bring the left foot beside the right. Again, Uttanasana. Try to get your shoulders with your knees. Your heart, try to move beyond the knees. Seat all the way up. Body stays with your thighs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. Stretch the whole front of the body. Arch back. And then come back home, hands to the heart. So be careful as you go back, especially if you have low blood pressure. Don't move too fast. Move with control. Push the lower back up and in. Send the chest up, the arms back, the hips forward. Charge the legs. Now come forward. Tuck the chin in. Bend your knees. Load your belly on your thighs. And then pull your hands all the way up off your back. Over your head. Maybe in front, over your shoulders, maybe in front of your head. And then the left foot goes back. Back knee down. Again, drop your seats all the way forward. Kapyasana. Reach up, drop your shoulders down, and pull back. Again, try to get your index fingers eventually over the back toes. Lean away from the leg, but again, don't crunch the lower back. Keep pushing the lower back up and in and up. Lift the chest. And then break the pose. Come down, your hands on the ground on the inside to the left of the right foot. The right foot moves out to the edge of the mat. You do this so that, again, the knee can stay in line with your foot when you go down. Push back and forth up off the back foot. And then push one more time through the back foot. The more you lengthen, the more the body will come close to the ground. The knee down, flatten out the toes. And depending on your flexibility, again, you can stay here or drop onto your left forearm if your hips are low enough and then roll back to the right. If you're very flexible, your hips are all the way down, you can bring your right arm to the outside of the foot. Telescope your head and chest forward and see if you can get your body to come down. So it's like that transition from the belly into cobra. Try to flatten your body down. Look like a lizard, just sunning yourself in the warm earth. Be still, not a care in the world. Now break the pose, come back onto the hands, the right foot goes back to the left, plank, knees, chest, forehead down, through into upward facing dog. You can bend the toes under, keep the toes flat. And again, work the spine, move the body. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Work the shoulders, try to get your head below the arms. If you're very flexible, maybe even the nose and the chin might come down eventually as well. Try not to bend at the arms. Push the heels down towards the ground. Now lift the head, lift the left leg up, lift the right heel up as high as you can as well. Keep pushing up through the left toes, and then, if you can bring the forehead down to the ground and push the right heel back down. Come on to right form if you like. Lift the head and bring the left foot between the hands. Softly. Back knee down. One more Kapiyasana. Hands up. This mudra represents Kali Mudra, the embodiment of transformation and rebirth and fierceness. Push your chest forward and up. Look up as though to say, I'm yours. Grant me higher devotion. Take me. And then break the pose. Come forward, belly on your side, swing your hands behind the back, feet together, softly. And then lower your head down as though you'd like to touch your head, but don't hit your head to the feet at the moment. Push your feet all the way up. And then come all the way back up. Press into your feet and reach up, engage your buttocks, upper back muscles, and go back. And then come back home. Hands to the heart. And then lower your hands down beside the body. Stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Enter into the consciousness of a mountain. Slow, steady, unmovable, quiet. From the base of the spine, which is represented with the base of the mountain, breathe up to the crown, which is like the summit. Exhale back down to the base of the spine. Be solid and unshakable and immovable in your devotion to serving others through the practice. Good. Let's do a couple balance poses. There's sequences. Standing on your left foot first. You can always stand with your back against the wall, with your left hand on the wall if you need to for balance. Take hold of the inside of the right heel. Bring a leg out to the side. It might look like a T shape. Your fingers and toes stay in the same line. If you're more flexible, bring a foot up higher. And lean a little bit to your left. If you flex your foot, you might find balance more easily. You can look up. Now, carefully release the foot. We're going to go into diving eagle. So don't move too fast. Control the movements. Engage your right leg muscles as you swing your leg down. Try not to touch the ground. Bend your left knee. Rest your belly on your thigh. Your arms go out to the side. If you're having trouble bouncing, just take your fingertips to the ground. And be like an eagle just soaring down from a great height at great speed. Visualize in your mind, you become what you see in your imagination. Curve your back again. Shoulders back, chin forward. Try to have your foot higher than the hips, the head about the height of the knee. Press into your left foot, come up. So you can keep your foot up, angel. Push your hips, your chest forward, your arms out to the side like the wings of an angel. And see if you can look up. Again, as though you're always ready to serve God. If you're having trouble balancing, you bring your toes to the ground. Okay. And then bring the right foot back down. Try it on the other side now. Anchor down to the right foot. Fix your gaze on the point. Maybe 3 feet in front. Take a heel from the inside and the thumb behind the heel. Again, into your ballet pose. Wherever you are is perfect if you're trying your best. If you fall, just come right back up again. Have a strong determination to advance. And your progress, when you see progress, you feel enthusiastic to continue on your path. Now from here, let go of the foot, engage your leg muscles again so that the foot doesn't come flying down. into your gliding eagle. Bend your right knee, land your belly on your thigh. See if you can bring the left foot up higher. Try to point the toes, shoulders back. Make like a diving eagle. Now press into right foot, hold the breath, come back up. Angel, chest forward, arms back, and take your gaze up if you can. Open yourself up to divine grace. And break the pose. Come back down, charge the body, turn the palms forward. Inhale, imagine the best coming right into the body from all around you. Up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout. One more. Actually, let's incorporate into with the rest of the postures. Stand in the middle of the mat, facing a long edge of the mat. Jump or step your feet apart. Go to your left. Bend your left knee. Virabhadrasana. Sink down into your hips. Good. Shoulders down. Look confident, calm, and powerful like the warrior. Enter into their consciousness. If you're more flexible, try to lower your seat a little bit more. Your knee can go over your toes if it's okay for your knee. Otherwise, maybe you're more like this. Okay, make sure, try to get your hip eventually on the same line as your knee at least. And as you open up your hips, you can come down lower. Now from here, Parsvakonasana, left arm either on the thigh and the right arm over the head, straight line from the foot to the hand. So not like this. Try not to jut your hip out. If you're more flexible, your hand can come to the ground. Arm over the head, look up at the hand above you, shoulders with the knee. Now from here, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the right hand in, slide the right foot in, left hand comes forward in front of your foot about 14 or 16 inches. I think I better move back. I'm probably going out of the vision of the camera. And then, so you can get the right arm up. You can stay here. You can also do this on your knee if you can't reach the ground, if you can't open up, or if it's too hard to balance. And then, bend your left knee, anchor down on the left foot more, bring the right knee right in towards your belly, take hold of the leg close to your ankle, and push the foot all the way up and back again. Make like a bow shape. If you have good balance, you can look down, bring your left hand onto the heart, maybe even all the way up to the foot, pull the heel in towards the seat, push the foot up and away from the body again, according to your abilities. Now release. Bring the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Come upright, right arm up. Make sure first the foot is in the right place. If you can lift it up, it's in the right place. Legs should look like a box. Padivita Parsvakonasana. Angle the toe in the knee towards the right. Push it out of the way with your left hand. Go down to the outside of the left leg. The left hand push into your right. Push very hard. Downward at the same time, bring the belly up higher if you can than the thigh. And then the center of the chest behind your thumb, roll the left shoulder all the way back. Look up, face and chest turned up. If you can, lift the back knee up off the ground. Hold your breath. Push the back of the knee up. If you can take a bind even. Turn more to your left. Bend your wrist. Fingers coming towards inside the wrist. Left hand can assist the arm to go under. Join your hands underneath your thighs, your left thigh. Push out through the back heel. You can do this with your knee on the ground as always, of course. Break the pose. Come back between the legs. Come all the way up. Go to the right now. Turn the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana. Make sure your knee's not dropping inwards. Keep in line with your knee over the two middle toes. Strong and steady again like the warrior. Mighty, always steadfast in her duty. Parsvakonasana, your variation with the forearm on the thigh. Perfect here. Or if you can bring your hand down. Look at the hand above you, straight line from the foot all the way to the fingertips. And into your balance pose now. Left hand can come back onto your hip. Slide your left foot in so you can replace the right hand. Move back a little bit. Fingers about 14 or 16 inches in front of your right foot. Your left leg comes up. Left arm goes up. Try to move gracefully. Point the toes, keep the fingers together. And you can stay here, or you can try to take your leg, your left leg. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, bring the knee right in towards your belly. Take hold of the leg close to the ankle, just above it. And push the foot away. So some people might have to take the foot, they might not be able to reach the ankle. Do again according to your condition, but eventually it's better if you can take hold of the leg. It's less slippery than the ankle, than the foot. And you can stay here, or you can see you can take your right hand off the ground. Make sure your hip is over the heel. Right hand come to the heart, or pull a foot in towards a seat and you take the right hand to your foot. Break the pose. Bring the left foot back down, lower the knee. Parivrita Paschimottanasana, left arm up. Again, make sure you can take the right foot up off the ground so the legs are like a box. Go to your right. You can keep your hands in prayer. If you find your hands are by the shoulders, keep pushing down. You want to have the center of the chest eventually in line with your thumbs. Right shoulder moves all the way back. Left shoulder keeps pressing against the outside of the right knee. You can again take the bind. Push your seat back if you're doing it with your knee on the ground. So you have more room for the arm to go underneath. And then if you can, take the knee up off the ground. Offer up the pose wherever you are is not important. The result is not important. It is the effort and the intention of offering that's most significant. Break the pose. Come back into your plank. Vasisthasana. So make sure you're not sagging like this, because when you go to the side, you'll be sinking into your shoulder. Try to keep your body level from the heels all the way to the crown. If you're trying to sag and it's too much for your shoulders, just come down onto your left knee and do it from here. Otherwise, move your left hand a little bit in front of your nose to the right. Just spin on your feet. Ankles can stay crossed. Vasisthasana. If you want, you can lift your right leg up. Break the pose. Come back to plank. Go on the other hand. From the head to the heels, nice straight, long, strong line. Make sure again you're not dropping into your shoulder. One side might be stronger than the other, so be mindful of that and adjust according to your condition. Lift the left leg up if you like. Come back down into plank and lower your knees down. Bring your seats back, child's pose, breathe in, breathe out. Now lift your seat, roll onto your top of your head. So you can either stay here, your hands alongside your legs, try to get your seat right over your knees. If it's too much pressure for the back of the head, just move your head forward a little bit. Come more on the top of the head. This is a nice stretch for the back of the neck. If you're more if you'd like, you can see if you can lift your seat, your knees up off the ground, your seat up. Walk your hands in as close as possible, so your thighs eventually may even come to your belly. Those who are advanced can come into headstand. You might need to change your position. If you're advanced, you can keep your hands like that and raise one leg up. And you can just push off the toes, lift the heel up.
Keep your legs bent if you're starting out, if you're not, if you can't find a balance easily, and then eventually you can take your foot off. Of course, adjust your hand accordingly. It's easier to have your hands perhaps in a tripod with underneath your elbows, not bent. Your elbows should not be behind your wrists. Raise one foot up. Maybe take your knee onto your, just actually bring your feet just behind your wrists. Lift your seat. Try to get just underneath your knees against your elbows. You start here. Maybe pull your toes away from the ground. Or eventually you can come higher and higher. Your feet come up to your seat. Your knees are on your upper arms. Eventually you may be able to take one foot back, all the way behind your back. So, do according against your condition. Easier to bounce, still putting your fingers out from a very wide, big base with your hands. Way in front of you, on the outside edge of the mat, and then you have more room to bring your leg back. And this is better for if you have tight hips and you can't get your chest open. Okay, so you can bring your foot further back from this pose. And again, you can see if you can pull your toes off the ground from off the foot that's in front of you. If you keep pushing through the back foot, eventually you'll come into a headstand with your feet at the same height as the hips. Now come back down, child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out, soften.
Roll your way up. Bring your feet in front of you. Scooch to the front of the mat if you have no mat behind you. And then roll back into plow. So you might need to take a few rolls to get a bit of momentum to get your legs and your seat high enough. And once your seat gets high enough, bring your hands to your back and bring your feet behind your head. You can stay here in this pose with your shoulders behind your hips behind your shoulders. Or if you can, try to get your seat a little bit higher. Your hands on your back. If your feet don't come all the way down, it will help you to stay in the pose. If your feet are already down, you can take your hands behind your back, join them together. Try to get your seat and your shoulders in the same line. You may keep your legs straight or bring your thighs right against your belly. On either side of the belly, your knees on either side of the head. Some of you might be able to get your knees to the ground. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go the deeper within. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows now. Hands behind the back, palms down. Control descent by pressing down with your arms and keeping your thighs close to your body as long as possible. Keep bringing your legs down at an even speed. No jerks again. Nice and slow and controlled. And once your feet are down, you can come into fish and way back. Slip them back. Okay, so for fish, lift your right side of the seat up, slip your hand underneath, left side comes up, move your left hand underneath. Your palms are down, and scoot your hands a little bit closer to your fingers closer to the toes, but pull the arms underneath your body as well. So from above, you can't see them. Now, push into your forearms, lift your back up off the ground, and push your chest all the way up. Shoulders go back, top of the head goes down. Fish pose. You can stay here, or raise your legs up about 12 inches off the mat. Charge your legs, and now breathe very fast to the nose. Lower the legs down, lower the head back down, breathe in, breathe out, relax everything. Good. Now get ready to sit up any which way you like. You can go with your arms over your head and sit up. Press down to heels and come up. And then from here, Paschimottanasana. Arms up. Hinge. Bring your belly on your thighs. Bring your hands to your feet, or hug your legs to your body. Take hold of your arms near, just above the elbows, and keep your belly with your thighs. If you can slide your heels forward. If you can get your legs flat on the ground without detaching your body from the thighs, of course, go ahead. Try to get the top of the head towards the feet. Imagine trying to get your heart beyond the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink more weight into your thighs. And the heaviness of the body will allow the legs to come down a little bit more. Stretch your back body. You can try to pull your seat back a little bit more if you're flexible. Keep your legs, your heels moving forward at the same time. Now roll your way back up, hands behind the back. Bring your feet in underneath your knees. And then from here, pull the shoulders in towards one another to widen the upper back and push into your hands. Lift your hips up. Try not to sag again like an old couch. Try to have your knees, your hips, and the shoulders in the same line. Your chest up higher than the shoulders, your head level with the rest of the body. Breathe very fast. Make the belly jump. Through the nose, you're breathing. Lower the seat. From here, you can lift your seat, circle the right arm over the head, and then come back down. Do the other side now. Sweep the left arm across the body, to the right, up, lift the chest as high as you can, open up the heart, come back down. One more time. To the left, and then roll back down, tuck your chin in, and to the right. Push hips all the way up, and then down. Good. Take your hands, keep your hands behind you. Separate your feet beyond the edge of the mat and drop both knees to the right. Push the left shoulder back. Push the left knee forward as though you're trying to touch the front of the mat. Right shoulder goes back. And then come back so your windshield wiper in your legs. Go to your left now. The right knee comes down. And then do a couple more times. Really twist, and then come back, go to the left again. And one more to the right. And then come back, lower down on the mat for Shavasana. If you need to do any other adjustments or movements before you rest in Shavasana, go ahead. Then when you're ready for Shavasana, settle into silence, into stillness. Allow the body to sink down. Relax everything. The best of the best. Again, imagine it's coming in to the body, directed all to the spiritual heart, located in the center of the chest and right side of the physical heart. This is where God resides. Make an offering of everything that is coming into you, so it can be shared by all beings, for God is present in all forms equally. So anything that comes to God goes out to all beings. Have a strong desire to share everything, just as God imparts knowledge to us, so we can eventually learn how to avoid the patterns that cause pain, the pain and suffering, the patterns of behavior. So keep sharing your own gifts, your own knowledge to help others also. Remember, the goal is self-realization. And when we attain that state is the beginning of divine perception, the end of all pain and suffering. So we have the knowledge to again avoid, or to the knowledge of the ethical rules and the laws of karma that keep us in check, our behavior in check, so we don't bring us into a state of negative karma. And we see God everywhere. And then when we see God everywhere, how can we want to bring harm to anyone or any being? So now prepare to carry that intention out into your day-to-day lives and all your interactions. Continue to serve others in a positive way. Make your way back to seated position now. We'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within. Send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Oops. That was my alarm. So thank you so much for coming. If you need to do some more Shavasana, then I invite you to go ahead and continue and to really allow the benefits to integrate. Thank you so much. Namaste. Much love. See you soon.